I had a great day playing in the dirt. Well, welcome to Finding America, and it's really nice to see you here. Now, this past Friday, I had some free time, and all I wanted to do was get out for a bit of metal detecting. And there's one place I always love to go when I just want to get away for just a moment from this crazy world that we live in and lose myself in the signals. And that's the old mill houses on the river. You know, digging there where hard-working American families once lived and raised their families always gets me grounded again. I just love finding things left by those families, and it gives me a great chance to be able to step back into a simpler time. And I really hope you enjoy stepping back with me in this episode. Well, I had some free time Friday, and I decided I just wanted to take the Manticore out and the small coil and just do, I don't know, just have some fun out here at the mill workers' houses. It's been a little while since I've been down here, and my first signal, it's an exact repeat of last week. My very first signal is the majority of a railroad spike. That is so crazy. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a video without one. So, here we go. Another incredible train picture. Well, just working this area right next to this tree, and got a really nice signal. It was high 70s, just super strong, but only in one direction. Now, when you went and tried to make it repeatable the other direction, not much at all. A little broken up signal, but that's when you really have to decide whether that tone was worth chasing. And the first tone was just killer, so I went with it. And I dug down, and it was only about 3 inches down. Now, it was standing completely on edge. I could see it clear as day when I popped the plug. And I have a nice early Wheatie, 1944. Well, it's a Wheatie, not quite an early one, but I will definitely take this one. It's in absolutely beautiful condition. Look at that. All I did was give it a wipe with the fingers. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. So very happy with that. I actually got a really nice signal here. It's giving me a nice high tone in the 80s. It wasn't reading very deep, and it didn't end up being. I flipped the plug over about 3 inches down. I saw what it was. I was like, boy, I have no idea what that is. And so I decided to clean it off. I always like to clean everything off just to make sure it isn't something interesting. And check that out. And to pardon the wind. But it has an old Ford script on it. And this is either a Model A or a Model T part. It's got the Ford script. Let me see if I can get the wind to my back. And it says stack pole 105. Now, the only thing I can think of pole related is like a distributor related, maybe a distributor weight or something, I don't know, but I like it a lot because it's something I've never found before, and hopefully something I can learn that I didn't know before either. So very cool piece, and yeah, about a 100-year-old piece. Well, I got a great sounding high tone in there, 74, 75, and I pulled it out. I could tell it was really green. It's an early Wheatie, but man, it is really caked up where the date is. All I can make out is 19, but I had a suspicion that those were the first two numbers. Anyway, I'll see if I can work on it a little bit more when I get home, see if I can get a date off it, but it's definitely a nice early green one. Well, I got a nice little target right here. Trying to remember what it gave me. Let me see here. About a 50. And I dug down about 6 inches, threw the dirt up on the drop cloth, and I can see it right there. I found one of these last week. And it's an old air reed plate for a pump organ. Now these were also used in accordions, but usually when you're on a house site, the odds are it's going to be a pump organ. They also call them reed organs. So, and they're going to be from about 1860 until the early 1900s. They were very popular until the radio and eventually the TV came out. But before that, this type of instrument was the main source of entertainment in most of the homes in America. Well, this doesn't happen very often. I moved up 5 feet, got another nice tone, dug down about 6 inches, threw it up on the drop cloth, and look at there, another one. That just doesn't happen very often. Yeah, this one has the reed and the plate. Looks to be all complete. So very cool. Second one, and this is what I'm always looking for when I'm on a spot. You know, this helps really show that you're on the site of an older house. So very happy to see that, and yeah, now I got 2 of them. Well, I just had to film this because, you know, it's pretty rare when you get a trifecta in air reed plates for a pump organ. There's my 3rd one, all right in a row as I head up this hill. Maybe they dumped the pump organ back here a long time ago, but that is very unusual. Can't say I've done that before. Well, this next one was giving me a really nice high tone. It said it was pretty deep, and it was. And unfortunately, it was in between tons of roots. Took a while to get it out, but I finally did. And yeah, I like digging this stuff up too. Pieces to old cap guns. And yeah, not too shabby. Looks like half the cylinder, but yeah, it's a neat little find, and I will definitely take that. I got a 47, and this time a bottle cap. You know, say, well, big deal, but I kind of like it because it's got Richard Petty on it. So that's very cool. I hadn't seen this bottle cap before, so I will definitely take that. And yeah, cool piece of trash right there. Well, this one was about 6 inches down, ringing in around 55. Nice little tone. I got it out, and at first I thought, oh, I got a ring. But it wasn't a ring, and I spent some time cleaning it up. And it turned out to be something pretty cool. Oops, there we go, dropping it. But look at this. I'll get you in on this. That is an old dial to a combination lock. That's definitely an oldie, so I like it. It's definitely unique and unusual. Well, this is definitely a find I've never found before, and I do not know what it is, and it's pretty cool looking. It was giving me a 49, right around there. Pretty darn deep, as you can see. Buried the digger and then some, so like 9-10 inches. And I finally was able to throw it up on the drop cloth, and I was like, I don't know I thought it was a broken piece of glass. So I started brushing it off, and it didn't clear any things up. Look at this piece. Let me see if I can get it in here so it'll focus. But look at that. It's got like a mounting point And look at this glass piece at the top. It is really cool looking. I have no idea what this is. There may be some of you out there saying, oh my gosh, I don't believe you don't know what that is, but I don't. It is so cool though. Look at that. I don't know what it has here, like 2 triangles, or I don't know. It's very unusual. Very cool. And this one definitely could be a mystery item if I can't figure it out when I get home. But I definitely like it, whatever it is. I love the weird, old, and unusual. Well, this is a pretty cool signal right here. It was really choppy. I was having trouble just separating it. There's a ton of iron in here, and it was giving me a bit of a long signature on the screen, but I'm like, hey, I'm going to go for this, and I'm kind of glad I did. Well, actually, I'm definitely glad I did. Look at that. That's a complete cartridge and bullet. And while it's not Civil War, it's definitely old. And I believe that's going to be a rimfire bullet. And it's one of those early bullets that sometimes fake us. But if you look for the crimps right there, you can see the crimps where they seal it against this cartridge. So very cool. And yeah, that's anywhere from late 1800s to the first quarter of the 20th century. So very cool, and yeah, happy to have this one. Now this signal was giving me a wheat penny signal, high 60s, and dug down. It wasn't a penny, but it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's a porcelain spark plug or what, but it's definitely old. My guess is a spark plug, and it's got the logo there. I think it says Patten, P-A-T-T-E-N. It's a little hard to tell. Patent quality. Let me turn my pinpointer off here. But that's pretty cool. I'll be able to look it up. I don't know about age, but I'm thinking 30s, 40s. I don't know. We'll find out. Cool piece. Well, this one was giving me a really large signal in the 40s. And I'm like, well, let me go for it. And I'll tell you what, this is exactly why you should wear gloves. And preferably some cut-resistant gloves. Because check out what was in this plug. Yeah, oh, I haven't even finished pulling it out. I just grabbed the camera. It's crazy. Big old lock blade knife. So, yeah, in the open position. Probably be, it's kind of coming apart, but yeah, so guys, don't be out there without gloves while you're hunting. Not to mention all the hypodermic needles and everything else you can run into. So, I'm gonna put this one away and keep on going here. Well, this one was giving me a quarter signal, about an 88, right around there. And it was about 7 inches down according to the machine, and it was. I was hoping for a silver quarter, but at least there's something interesting. Check that out. I doubt it's gold. It's probably gold tone, but it's an old part of a wristwatch. Definitely clouded up. I don't know how old that is. It's a Timex. Water resistant. Stainless steel, so not terribly old, but that's kind of interesting, so I thought I'd show it to you. Well, I'll tell you what, I just dug that Timex wristwatch from that hole, and right next to it I was getting an 84, 86. Nice little high tone about 5 inches down. I thought I saw something in the sidewall, so I kind of picked at it until it popped out, and check it out. Another ring. I say another because I got 2 rings last week. Unfortunately, none of them gold, but they were very cool. And I don't think this is going to be precious metal, but it might be. Yeah, it's costume jewelry, but a man's ring. Check that out. Probably had some type of fake diamond stuck in there. Looks like it was gold plated originally, or gold toned. So I will definitely take that. That's pretty crazy. It's been a while since I get some rings, or any rings, and then last couple of weeks I get 3. Well, I was just swinging along and I got a really nice sharp high tone. Give me about a 79 to 82. And I was thinking, well, let me get it. I've been digging clad up like crazy. But not this time. Ooh, finally. Finally got it. It said it was in the plug. Really didn't have much hope for it then, but check it out. Check that out. Yeah, edge to a silver dime. Pretty sure at least. I just saw that and grabbed the camera, so we're gonna find out. Let me flip it. Oh heck yeah, a rosy. Hey, I will take that. I will definitely take that. Looks like 60 something. I got a lot of sweat in my eyes, so it's hard to see. Looks like 63, I think. Very cool. I will definitely take that. And Philadelphia Mint. Yeah, that makes it feel pretty good. It's always nice seeing a little bit of silver in the hole. Well, this one was giving me a 22 to 24. I was definitely hoping for a nickel. It wasn't a nickel, but it's still pretty cool. That is a very old spoon bowl. Pretty fancy too. I only wish it was whole because this is definitely an older one. So pretty cool. Just wanted to show you that one, and it's always nice to find these. Well, this one was giving me a 60 originally. Had a bit of a smear on the screen, but depending on which angle you got a higher tone and a bigger smear. But I knew it wasn't going to be a coin, but it's pretty cool. And it is a bit of a longer object. And check that out. That is a very old lipstick tube. That's some of the lipstick still left in it. And if you look there, let's see if I can get you in on this. It has a very cool pattern on the bottom. I get it wiped off here. Yeah, it's really pretty. So very neat piece, and definitely an older one. Well, the wind's kicking up. Hopefully I'm blocking it. This one's giving me a 75 to an 83. And depending on which direction I was going, had a pretty long smear on the ID screen. And I can see why. There it is right there. And I've never found one quite this style before. I wiped it off a little bit and I'm like, I'll be darned. That is a safety razor handle. And it's really neat because it's so thin. So this one's probably going to be 30s to 40s, somewhere in there probably. But I'll get it cleaned up when I get home. But I do enjoy digging these as well. Well, I decided to chase an iffy signal. I pulled out maybe 12 huge nails. And then I got this pretty piece of china right here. So that was pretty cool. But it still had one more little surprise for me. Yeah, had a bottle pop out. And I thought that's pretty cool. I was kind of guessing like 30s, maybe a druggist bottle. And I was just wiping off the cap, and usually there's nothing on these caps, but this time, let's see if I can bring you in on it. It says Wild Root, which is pretty cool. I can't say that I've dug that before. So, definitely happy with that. Complete with the cap. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that one, see what exactly that was. You know, stepping back is oftentimes a very good thing, because when you step back, it helps you decide where to put your next foot forward. I really hope you enjoyed watching this episode, and remember, it's history that makes a find a treasure. And I can't wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.